Okay, so I haven't made a video in a while. I've kind of been taking a break from YouTube because, I don't know, sometime in the last 6 months or so, things kind of went from, like, across this threshold between where before that, 95% of messages were, positive and informative and, just useful things, like the comments under the videos and the emails I'd get. And then it made this switch to where 2/3 became total crap. So yeah, just like it was like bumming me out and pissing me off every time I'd go to look at the messages. So I haven't been reading them. Sorry to all the people who've like said intelligent, useful, positive, whatever things, and I haven't read them. Because it was just getting frustrating. Because I can deal with reading a couple really stupid messages, like, "You're such an idiot! Why'd you do that? You're so stupid!" Oh, okay, I'll just ignore that. Then right under that, why aren't you doing things like this? Because you should change whatever you're doing and do it like I tell you to. And, stupid stuff like that. And then I just ignore that. But then when it's like 20 of them in a row, I'm just like, God, I just gotta turn this stupid thing off and stop paying attention because it's just like pissing me off and depressing me that I'm sharing the planet with all these crappy people. And then I get messages saying, "Your fan base is getting weak." I don't really want fans. I want to, the point of doing the videos is mostly for myself and for like my kids in the future, they can see it. And then the point of putting them online is so that I can interact with other intelligent people who are doing interesting things and trying to be positive influences in the world. And unfortunately, that doesn't include like 99% of the civilized world. So I don't want like more fans. I don't really want fans. I want to talk to people. I want to deal with human beings. I don't want to, I'm not the National Enquirer, So that whole thing was, that's garbage. Like I don't want that. If you're, I don't want to be in an argument with 1,500 people. Like now when I go online, at least half the messages I just want to reply piss off. But that's not useful. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of their time, and it's a waste of my time to even read what they wrote. And it's fine if you want to waste your time. That's cool, but don't waste mine. And the biggest problem is getting all those stupid messages interrupts the conversation of all the other people who are actually trying to talk about things. Like when I post a message saying, "I'm not totally sure how this alternator works," and then some guy who's a mechanic and knows exactly how they work and take them apart and put them together like with his eyes closed, writes back and says, "Oh, well, what's the model number? Here, this is how this works, and that's how you can hook that up and whatever." And I'm like, "Great, thank you so much. That saved me all kinds of time." But then I'll have these other 80 messages from people who are like just giving completely useless information. That's first of all usually wrong, and second, okay, let me straighten one thing out here. I could do like 4 hours worth of videos on things that people have been saying scientifically wrong, but a watt is not an amount of energy. It's like the rate of energy. So you can't say like, "How many watts per day do you get out of your solar panels?" That would be like saying, "How many miles per hour per day do you get out of your car?" It's not a per day thing. It's a speed. It's like a rate. It's at any instant you're getting a certain amount. Like right now, at this particular instant, I'm probably getting about 200 watts out of my solar panels right now. If that continued for 1 hour, then I would have 200 watt hours. And that would be an amount. So, I get a lot of people explaining things to me and telling me that I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about, and they're giving me all this information that's clearly just totally wrong. And I know I'm goofy and I do a lot of silly things, but I am pretty intelligent, So I know when you're bullcrapping me most of the time. But it makes it frustrating to have to weed through all those useless messages where people are pretending they know what they're talking about when they have no clue, to try to get to the messages and the people who I interact with who are useful. Because and it goes both ways, you know. I'm learning things from other people, and then people will send me a message saying like, hey, when you made the dome, how did you connect your pipes together? Because that'll save me a lot of time if you told me how you figured it out, because you probably went through a bunch of trial and error and stuff. And like, yeah, then I read that message and I can write them a few minutes of thing that'll save them hours of time. But I'm not getting to that message because I'm getting stuck on, you're an idiot, erase that, you're so stupid, erase that. And I'm just like, forget it, I'm not dealing with this. It's just putting me in a bad mood. I'm just gonna go into the world. So, I've been hanging out, doing my own thing, and I'm in a much better mood than I was like a month ago when I was, paying attention to the internet too much. And I don't know, I guess one solution to this whole thing would be to like only allow friends to post comments, and then every time someone posts something idiotic, I can just block them. And fine, I'll lose like 500 subscribers. I don't care. I don't really make money off the videos. I make like $1 or $2 a day. And that's not worth, $400 or $500 a year isn't worth the hassle of, dealing with being in a bad mood, because I'm constantly reminded of how many idiots there are in the world watching TV and letting it tell them how to live their lives, and then telling me that I have to live my life that way because TV and radio is like their new Bible. I don't want to listen to anyone's Bible, literal Bible or TV Bible or whatever's telling them to do things a certain way. Why don't you just like turn all that off and think for yourself and think, how would I want to live? That's what I want to do. I don't want to hear about all people's... forget it. Anyway, that's all very frustrating, but I'm in a much better mood now, and I've been doing lots of cool things. I've been building some little robots lately for some English toy guys, and I can't show them or anything because, they might get patented, and then wonderful things might happen, and I might make millions of billions of dollars. I'm exaggerating a lot, but whatever. Might make millions of cents. That's still cool. Oh, and I found a Suzuki Sidekick. It was pretty cheap, and it's a little beat up. There's an oil leak, which is the only major, well, possibly major problem. I think I know what's wrong with it. But, the tires are great, it drives great. It's a little beat up on the outside, there's a cracked windshield I have to fix. But it seems to be pretty good. It runs very well. Anyway, I'm going to fix that up soon. And I'm going to do some more renovations in here. And I have maybe another week of working on these little robot toy prototypes, which are really fun actually, because like I can do one in a day or two. But another week of that, and then I can start working on my giant robot, which is kind of cool. Check out the weather. It's awesome out here. The sun's blasting in. I'm wearing my robe, which is a little hot, but I didn't want to be standing here naked, But anyway, that's where I've been and what I've been doing. So I think I really just need to kind of get back to making the videos that I want to make, because that's how I started the whole thing. I was like, what do I want to see? What do I want to put on? And then it started getting more frustrating when I try to accommodate people. Why aren't you working on this? You need to show some more of this. Then I'd be like, all right, I'll try to, do some of that, make a video. No, I just need to do what I want to do and show what I would want to see, because the people who are going to be like interesting and along my kinds of, along my lines of thinking are going to want to see the same kind of stuff I'm going to want to see. So yeah, I think I really just need to stick to that. And yeah, I think I've rambled on.